Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm back to talk more about Real Housewives of Atlanta, the after show. Okay. Now, if you're new to this channel, then hey, make sure you guys are coming in, you're liking, you're subscribing, and make sure you're also sharing the video as well. Okay. We are going to get into this after show. I got to hear what the ladies are saying. And, I'm not going to show the video, child, but we are going to listen to it. So let us go ahead and let's not waste any time and hop right on into it to see what the ladies are talking about. Now, it may be sped up just a little bit, but y'all can still understand.
What happened at the pool?
We had a ball. We had a good time. We was drinking. We had the money flowing.
The pool was a moment. I was having a good time, baby. We was
It went from making a music video.
We were making a music video. Yeah. Brit got naked. I didn't have to give her no ones.
We bonded over drinking. And drinking. Yes, we had good old times.
It's what I needed at the moment. I actually
was.
really needed to get down there and just let our hair loose and have fun.
It was a good time. And then everybody started talking trash. You know how you do when you think ain't nobody watching. We having a good time. They started talking trash about Ange. Big Ange. Yeah, about Big Ange.
Angela was just a casualty of war that night. It is what it is.
Honestly, we were having a kiki about her because she gave me such a hard time the whole trip.
Kelly, you asked the question initially.
So my question was, why did she take that woman's husband?
The world wants to know. I don't think the world got that answer.
So everybody was like, yeah, what's up her ass? And then, we just started talking
So you can hear, you're in your room, paint the picture for me.
So the picture is, I left the dinner remorseful. If I offended you in any way, I apologize. I prayed about it and I went to sleep. And I think it was just God himself who was just
Not
like,
God.
baby, this is what you're dealing with.
If you wasn't invited to this moment, you should not have been peeking through the window. And that's what Angela was doing. You peeked up, rolled the window down. Oh my God, really talk, girl.
I don't even think.
Okay, Brit, you get on my nerves, baby. I'm sorry. It's not too much of anything that you're gonna do that's not gonna get on my damn nerves, because you're getting on my nerves, okay? As much as you feel like she shouldn't have been paying attention to this or that, y'all shouldn't have been loud as hell outside her damn window to where she could hear y'all, okay? Y'all thought y'all was gonna be able to freely talk y'all SHI. And the person not saying that to see, you can do that. I feel, when y'all link up, on the shoulder, people get together and they'll start running their mouth and talking about stuff, whatever the case, when the person's nowhere near around. All right, y'all thought that lady was asleep. Shame on y'all for even making such an assumption that she would be asleep. Okay, she came down to them stairs. She came down them stairs to see what is it, what it is, what's so, okay? Period.
That she overheard us. I think she was ear to the window.
That's how y'all gonna spend it eavesdropping? They called my name.
Eavesdropping is crazy.
They called my name.
They didn't know your room was right there.
They didn't use their brain cells. The brain cells took a vacation.
Actually, when I go to bed, I go to bed. I don't.
Bitch, when she says they didn't use their brain cells, the brain cells took a vacation. Baby, Angela be tagging the hell out of y'all. Angela tags, she be tagging for tag, okay? On the head tops for sure. Hilarious.
Then stand at the window.
I heard my name and I heard them saying, and why she talk like that?
Like what?
My Chi-Town swing, my slow talk. And why she use words like that? I'm like, are we elementary? Like, what are we doing? Is this
Like, what's
Dumb
the
and Dumber?
words?
I guess I was
Not
using
dumb
words
and
that didn't
dumber.
fit their vernacular. It could be gracious. They didn't know. They wanted me to break it down. When I came,
I'll tell you what I said. I said I did not know her. I only knew Charles, and it was surprising that out of all these years, I'd never met her, never seen her. And I talked about how I didn't think she could dress that well. But that was that. I mean, we did laugh when, Pete talked her trash.
I don't remember. You have to ask Brit. I was tipsy. We all were.
I mean, she definitely said.
Sorry, I hear what Shamia is saying, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I do have a hard time believing that you seen Charles all this time and you ain't never seen Angela. I don't know. Angela is I just feel like she'd be on his heels too much, in my opinion, for you to not have seen Angela with him or know anything about her. But maybe that's possible. Maybe something else will show itself up later on in the season for me to believe what Shamia is saying. But I don't know. I mean, hell, she even had the damn concierge people keeping tabs on the damn man. So now that she got him in her house, I doubt that you done seen this man without. Well, I ain't gonna say that you haven't seen him without her, but that you've known him all of these years and you didn't know about her. I feel like that's shade. And I don't think that, I guess, girl, anyway.
Said she would f that woman's husband.
Porsha was just smiling like,
That's right. Call
see,
it
we
out,
all
Kelly.
were-
I mean, she definitely said she would f that woman's husband.
Porsha was just smiling like, I should f Charles. And I'm like, that's my calling card. Because now, bitch, I know you f people husband. I know you do it as a sport. And now you're gonna bring my husband in it? I gotta check you on that. I got to get on my
And
clothes.
you heard her say that.
I heard her say it, and 5 seconds later, my ass was down them stairs.
Now you're gonna tell me that you heard me say Charles name, but I hear you talking about me. Put on my pajamas. He's like, look at breakfast.
They thought they saw a ghost when I came down those stairs.
Remember, she came back to the pool after all of that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
she
girl,
did. She did. In her
I
little
just fell
red silk
asleep.
outfit. I was like, that's what you be wearing at home?
Now, see,
First of all, she's on a trip with you, raggedy heifers. First of all, so she can dress however the hell she wants to dress on that trip in comparison to how she dressing when her man is at home. And why is you over here throwing shade at that lady in the attire she chooses to wear to bed or whatever the case is when the skimpy attire that you've worn hasn't kept your men? So, like, are you okay, ma'am? Are you okay? Stop that now.
now I will be quiet now.
So what did you say when you went down there?
I was like, hey, Porsha, you want to talk to me? And you said something about my husband. I don't give a about what my husband's doing. I just lost it.
What was crazy was she just kept saying Charles.
She kept, I'm like,
And
if
we
you're
were like-
mad about your husband, why would you come down saying Charles? I would be like, you.
It wasn't even about Charles. It was about you're disrespecting me.
You disrespecting our marriage, our family.
At the end of the day,
That's
you're
disrespectful.
disrespecting
Girl,
me.
that's just a line you don't cross. That's like a boundary. Like,
that's-
whoa.
But the even if she wouldn't, Charles, you said it. You don't just
Yeah.
play like that. I'm not gonna say it and play it if I don't mean it or if I've never done it. And what further pissed me off is that none of them women checked her. This is a sport for her. And if you see your friend saying something vile and you're married, you can look at her and laugh and kiki with her. I lost respect for all of them right there. I'd never seen a woman control other women like that. And
Oh,
that's
yes,
what-
man. But she
Oh
had
my
yes for
goodness.
men.
It was like an audition and it was scary.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, and I'm not fighting nobody else.
Nah, it was like an audition. It was like an audition, and that was scary. Child, that's crazy. I mean, they could have said something. I don't know the vibes. I mean, they probably were joking, but I still kind of agree with Angela. Like, if you're complacent or, okay with that type of behavior, this shit, I'm not going to say you be on that. However, I understand it making a person wanting to question you and your behavior and question what kind of shit are you on. Just the fact that you, even if you don't do the same shit she doing, it's just the fact that you would somewhat encourage that. And then when somebody approaches you about not checking your friend, you want to, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Now you ain't got shit to do with it. But you was just down there enjoying it, hee and ha ha, and they laughing and thought the shit was oh so fucking funny. Now when the same tricks is pulled on your ass, we want you to have the same old hee ha ha. It's funny, okay?
That's what men.
It was like an audition and it was scary.
That ain't got nothing to do with me, and I'm not fighting nobody else's battles. I have gotten in so much trouble.
You
fighting
need
battles.
to learn to just
I'ma
stay
just
out
shut
of
up.
it. And P needs to learn to stop trying to everybody's husband.
Period, okay? Come on, Kelly. It's given that Kelly's gonna say the things that Shamia may not want to say, okay? But let's keep going because they're getting into this whole situation with Miss what's her name? Miss Brit. Okay, so we are going to get into that, but real quick, and I'm probably going to repeat myself once we do the review or whatnot, but Shamia, you're disappointing. You're disappointing the people. I am the people. Okay, it's me in this moment that I was talking about that you're disappointing, because the way that you want to remove yourself from this situation when it comes to the things that Porsha said about that lady husband, about fucking her husband, whatever the case is, it's crazy how you want to act like you have nothing to do with it or whatever the case is. But when it came to Drew and Dennis, you want to act like that is such a big deal. And you have so much to say when it comes to the Drew situation, but you don't want to have anything to say when it comes to the Porsha fucking that lady husband, death threat, whatever it was. But I'm like, I need you to figure it out, okay? I need you to figure it out. And seeing these antics and how Shamia has shown up, it just kind of makes me feel like, am I going to be feeling bad for Shamia when she down and out crying and stuff? You want to throw this shade and shit at Angela, but you also going to be seeking Angela to be holding your ass while you over there breaking down over your friendship, having her talk to Porsha. I don't know if you're going to have her talk to Porsha, but at some point she is going to talk to Porsha and let her know, like, hey, she feels like this is a one-sided friendship. Okay? I don't know if she went against her will or not when she said that, but girl, you over here running up behind and supporting a person that ain't even gonna be the type of friend to you that you want to be to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you show up for her is not how she showed up for you and will not be showing up for your ass, okay? And I just think that's sad. So I don't even know if I'm gonna feel bad by the time we get to that portion of the show, but we shall see. Okay, I'll wait until we get there.
You and Brit get into it at the Bailey Q.
You have something you want to tell me because the energy.
You cannot read the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I can, girl, Brit, baby. I'm gonna be very demure when I do my review, hopefully. But girl, I just really like you are irritating. Okay, and the fact that you wanted a Porsha moment so bad. Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth? It's just like you didn't even feel comfortable when you said it based on your facials after you said it. Ooh, but Angela was ready. Angela was ready.
Big ass mouth, I should be able to read it.
No, you was ready.
I was ready.
You tried to trick us with that old bright yellow dress. Yeah, I was like, oh, she's coming with sunshine. I was like, oh, no. She's the queen of darkness now.
I want to give girls Big Bird. They call for Big Bird.
Big Bird energy, honey. Big Bird energy.
Then she wear yellow.
Yes, Shamea does talk about this lady being Big Bird or whatever. Like she was over there throwing shots at Angela. At some portion when Kelly and her were talking about like the dog situation or whatever. She was throwing shots at Angela, and I'm just confused as to why are you throwing these shots at her? Like, what did she do? Maybe there's going to be something that we'll see later on as the season progresses, but for what?
Hello again. There's no way. But the way before we even do that,
She wore yellow again.
The way that Ange gave it to Brit, I know I love a good read and I respect it. The lady said you got stretch marks on your mouth. What? Angela!
It sounds like you need to use that mouth more often.
Ooh, I do. Not as much as yours with the stretch marks around it.
Angela, I apologize right now for anything I've said and done to you.
No, seriously.
Because the way that Brit mouth started trembling when she said that, say it to me. Say it to me, I'm gonna do it.
And you got stretch marks on your mouth. Baby, they were stretching like this.
I was so shocked at Angela. I'm like, now, Angela, where you been?
Thinking, me and Angela had just did this walk in the park. I thought we had a heart-to-heart. We was getting to know each other. We have similar family backgrounds. And then she switches. And that's where I was just like, you know what, Angela, I can't really rock with you like that.
First of all, okay, ma'am, you switched. Because it seems like to me at the Bailey Q, you were waiting for a moment. You were waiting to say something to Angela. You just couldn't wait to say something because you're still in your feelings about stuff. And you want to be the one to make sure you bring out this baby situation, right? You feel like you want to bust a bubble and just like, wow. You thought you was going to really have something there, right? So I feel like you were the one that switched versus Angela being the one that switched. And I find it to be very funny when you said that, I can't rock with you. And I'm like, you're right, you can't. You can't rock. You can't because she was handling the out of you, ma'am. You can't rock even if you want to. Like, girl, that's just hilarious. You couldn't take Ange for real. That's why I don't rock with you, girl. You can't rock.
Similar family backgrounds, and then she switches. And that's where I was just like, you know what, Angela, I can't really rock with you like that.
Who the f do you think I am? Like, I know I gave you this Miss Nice Girl.
Yeah.
I'm not her. Hey, you're a whore.
She was wearing her
You're one
out.
of them. You must be one of them because you know about
I remember you saying that.
his whole profile. You one of them because I know you're a whore. I'm not letting up off you.
When she said you probably one of my husband's whores, I was like, whoa.
Come on, Angela, because I'm not letting up off you. I know that's
Charles said, I catch a damn straight.
She's a whore.
Oh, wow. Yeah, when that whore, that last part, it's like, whatever, but like, whatever, whore?
We can be a hoe for our husband, right?
Oh, absolutely.
In the bedroom,
And
we can turn into a hoe.
Yes, don't forget boyfriend. Okay.
No, we got to get into this other portion here with the ladies. And it seems like Shamia feels a way about the fact that Angela was so forgiving of Porsha, but not so much as for her.
Positivity, and I felt like for the most part, the ladies had a good experience.
I really came into this group with an open, welcoming embrace. Like, I give everyone a chance. I want to know, you want to get to know everybody.
Right. I'm big on reciprocity, and I think it's important to come into the circle. Drew, you've been here for a minute, trying to be nice, trying to get to know, trying to get to know the ladies all individually, a clean slate. But once they show you who they are, or show their ass in this case.
I heard some things yesterday that I wish I didn't hear. Porsha was inebriated, and all of her truth fell out. She said, I should Charles.
Sometimes in this group, ladies just say dumb they say mean I think a lot of that behavior is coming from somewhere usually that doesn't have anything to even do with you at the time. The Bailey Q for me was an opportunity for you especially. I just needed to let you marinate for a little longer.
Still marinating on
But I felt like I saw an opportunity for you to make amends or at least get on a new page with Porsha and also with Shamia.
When we got back, I gave Mrs. Oakley a minute. I text her.
What she said?
Ooh, I see it. Wait. After witnessing the disrespectful behavior towards me and my husband, it's clear that our morals and values don't align.
Okay. Wow. You just got into the circle, so I felt like, you know what, this is an appetizer, child.
Yeah.
So you just come on in here and have the conversation.
I just wanted to create a space for you guys to have a conversation. I spoke to Angela and I spoke to you, Porsha. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys to talk.
Okay.
If that's
Thank you,
okay.
mediator.
I did that for you, Cynthia. I would have never done that any other circumstance. I truly appreciate you. Just giving me some wisdom. It's not. So I based it off of you and the trust I have for you. And I was willing to at least hear her out and hear where she was coming from.
What you walked up on was a complete after party. Somebody brought up something, and I was like, yeah, what's with Angela? Why does she always bring up her husband to me?
But you were the person who said you Charles.
Girl, no.
Blame it on alcohol. That's what you said.
No,
That's what I heard.
no, I'm not that person. Girl, don't take it that deep. You weren't supposed to hear that. We were talking
And I know Angela done talked about all of us, so girl, leave it alone. Move on.
She explained there is no explanation.
Right, I'm like, how?
Let me
What was
preface that
said? If I offended you about your husband, that was not my intention. And I would like to move forward.
Come on, Jesus.
But for the sake of moving on, let me at least accept her apology and give her an opportunity
to apologize.
Because first time, shame on you, right? Next time, shame on me.
Absolutely.
So that's her shame on you.
Yeah.
And then?
Right.
And they made up so fast.
Pause. So, do you guys feel like Porsha actually gave Angela an apology? Leave that down below in the comments, okay? Because wasn't giving that to me, but y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you felt like there was an actual apology coming from Porsha.
As at the Juneteenth event, I just didn't understand. You still mad at me?
Shamia would like to sit down with you, and I'm sure you'll be very receptive.
She was not feeling me. She was giving it to my ass.
I don't really think the conversation is necessary because it's going to lend itself to something that is not good. Yeah, we're okay with this.
I'm okay with that.
I hate that it's like she wasn't feeling you.
I'm like, wait a
She's
minute.
not feeling you, but you could go ahead and forgive the one who wanted to your husband.
I was mad with
Well, I feel like the reason being is because I feel like when it comes to Porsha, she know what she getting in a sense. Like, I know she's shown me enough. I know what I'm getting when it comes to her. But Shamia, I see you differently, right? You're a woman that is married. You also have children with a man that you're married to. So me and you got some things in common. You could relate. Porsha didn't necessarily have it with the last man that she was with, and when she got with him when he was married to another woman. Okay. So I would think that you being a woman similar to me that's married, you share children with this man or whatever, you would be able to tell your friend like, yo, that wasn't cool. Like, just apologize to her because you was wrong. Whatever the case was, she did, I understand we were joking or whatever, or you were joking and you weren't expecting her to hear you. But now that she did hear you, her feelings are hurt. She didn't like what you said. So you got to acknowledge that you said that shit instead of sitting up there acting like you didn't know what the fuck you said. So basically hold your friend accountable. And I feel like, although Angela doesn't hold Porsha in that same regard, she holds Shamia in a higher, in a higher one, higher expectations, coming from her. But anywho, child, let's see what Angela says.
Like, wait a minute. She's not feeling you, but you could go ahead and forgive the one who wanted your husband.
I was mad with her because I felt like we had just made amends.
Right.
She did so would like to start over.
Likewise. I felt like her and I, we connected because we're wives.
Yeah.
So the wives I'm around typically don't play about their husband.
Right.
At all.
Right.
On any level.
I was just so shocked. Like, you that mad at me? Yeah, I am. Because do you think it's funny if somebody said they want to your husband? Would you think it was funny? I was like, the way they say it, I probably would laugh. But I have a sense of humor. And guess what? If you can get them pants down, and if you can get that dick up out of them, I shouldn't have said this. If you can get that eggplant out of them pants,
Right.
and get him to do it,
You might be a professional.
I felt like being around Shamia, even Brit, that, okay, the
she's
wives are
like as
gonna, it could be
I wonder, is that how you really feel, Shamia?
giggles when it comes to our husbands.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that, Porsha. And we will check you. Check your friend.
I did laugh at some of the stuff because it would have been awkward for me to be like, no, you don't talk about Angela.
Yeah.
We weren't close like that. And she was definitely riding for Drew like I was riding for Porsha. I don't move how most people think I should. Like, if you talk some trash and say what you say,
Clearly.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I don't even think this was
I will say this. I kind of can understand a little bit of what Shamia is saying. Like, if you talk this shit, like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, yeah, true. I feel like, there can be situations where that's how you operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool, but I don't be on this same shit they be on. I feel like that is very possible, right? However, I also feel like there may be characteristics that you might rock with. Okay, when it comes to that person. So I don't know, Shamia, but all in all, I haven't known of Shamia to date any married men, so I can't put that on her or anything like that. I haven't known of a interesting history with partners and stuff that Shamea has, like we know with Porsha, as she's been on this show. But at the end of the day, I think just the thing is, it's okay to tell her that, yo, that wasn't it. You know, like, she heard you say it, just apologize. You know, if it was you, you won't want nobody to do you like that or say that, especially after you heard what it is they said. But then, and my other issue with Shamia is acting like I ain't got nothing to do with that. But you also don't got shit to do with Porsha, Drew, and Dennis, but you're involving yourself in it. You want an issue with Drew so bad, you're involving yourself in it. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with you. So if that's how you feel, then you should feel that way across the board. And maybe if you spent more time on something that ain't got nothing to do with me, you wouldn't find yourself trying to defend a person more than they actually defend and show up for you. But okay.
From a space of me and Shamia being friends, because her and Porsha are best friends.
Right.
And if I saw my best friend saying something that could hurt another woman or hurt herself, I'm gonna check her.
Yeah.
Because that's the true meaning of a best friend.
Right.
She didn't do it because it's this mind control that I witnessed in real time.
Mind control.
It's strong.
At the time, when Porsha said what she said, I was like, who knew you were up there listening? Now, would I move differently if she was there? I still would have laughed.
Of course.
But
being a little bit more, a softer laugh, like a
versus like a
I personally can't have friends who won't
put me in my
check
place
because I feel like they're
believe she
looking
would've laughed.
out for my best interests by doing that. I don't want to just be out here doing dumb.
Everybody saying, oh, it's
Yeah.
all good, it's all good.
Yes, ma'am.
Please check me.
Check me.
They feel like y'all always checking me, so like, what, can we spread this out? Please, keep it even.
I mean, and Shamia just is probably in agreement with Porsha. Like, no, I can't check you. Yes, you can, and you should.
the fact that you forgave other people before you forgave me for laughing, sis. Okay.
I think that it's not just about the laugh, though. I think it's a bigger picture that you likely were not open to hearing. And possibly because you feel like, you know, I didn't say shit. I ain't doing that to you. I ain't saying that. Okay. So I don't think they heard each other yet at that time. Of what the issue was, how she may have felt about the situation. Like, that's just what she said. She was running off at the mouth talking her stuff, how she was saying it, whatever, thought it was funny, and Angela didn't get the chance to tell her, like, I ain't like this shit, okay? You may have thought this shit was funny. I don't take this shit funny, okay? And as a wife, I would expect you to have moved differently, even if that is your friend. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they didn't get an opportunity to actually have a conversation. Well, Cynthia presented them with the opportunity, but neither one of them seemed like they were at that space to really talk, you know? But it is what it is. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below about everything that we just discussed. Of course, I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Blue Sky at Jami, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like agents. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I could face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim on a trip to Florida like it's A&M.